In this video, I'll be showcasing my Sharpshooter, a ranged subclass in Lost Ark, a free-to-play MMO with ARPG combat, which you may find similar to games such as Diablo or Path of Exile. The Sharpshooter may seem at first glance your usual archer, but he's far from it. There are many unique locations in the world of Arcasia, and the Sharpshooter, along with his sibling classes, the Gunslinger, Deadeye, and Artillerist, hails from the technologically advanced continent of Arthetine, a machine civilization built in a barren desert. Because of the Sharpshooter's origins, his class aesthetics lean toward robotics and cybernetics, including military tools like claymore mines and daggers that vibrate at high frequency. The Sharpshooter is an agile specialist that can attack enemies safely, use burns, poisons, and bleeds, and even cloak, slipping into the shadows to knife a foe in the back. This dungeon is Blackrose Basement, underneath Blackrose Chapel, where cultists are performing dark rituals and kidnapping citizens from the nearby area. They're going to approach us in large numbers, but we have abilities to deal with them. The DM42 mine is an explosive triggered when an enemy walks on it. To slow down the oncoming cultist and his dog, we'll pepper them with basic attacks to give our mine time to arm. The upcoming fight is a great place to show this class's knife and blade related attacks, but first, Rapid Shot. Here we'll use it to fire into the crowd of cultists, marking one with damage over time, and keeping another two at bay with basic attacks. When I feel one's almost dead, I dash into him with Moving Slash, and slice into the converging demons using Deadly Slash, my two-hitting dagger attack. When the Sharpshooter's outnumbered, Blade Storm is a great option, throwing a flurry of knives into all surrounding enemies for massive damage. We can't rest yet though, because another line of cultists is just begging for a claymore mine, which shoves them back, setting them up perfectly to be torn apart by Rapid Shot. The straggler, resilient though he is, will fall to my dagger. Charge Shot is one of the Sharpshooter's most damaging skills, and its incredibly far reach means I can assassinate two of these cultists from this corner. Next, I'll lure several more into another mine, and weave some knife attacks into a few basic shots from my bow.
Bring you pain to the infidels.
After engaging this cultist and hound with my knives, I'll finish them off using Sharpshooter, the skill, not the class. It's a wide linear attack that deals heavy damage to just about anything in its path. Because my Blade Storm has been modified to end with a second rotation of its finisher, it locks me into place for a moment before letting me move on. Skills in Lost Ark can be tweaked to be strong in different situations, and while my Blade Storm is great against bigger groups or more durable targets, here it's overkill. You can tweak yours differently. Be careful using Moving Slash, because it will often move you past your targets if there are no other enemies behind them to stop against. It's not a problem here though. Deadly Slash will soften these enemies up a little more, and a few basic shots will put them down, letting me save my cooldowns. Because my Claymore has been configured for knockdowns, I use it as a combo starter to set up the use of follow-up skills. It can also be tweaked to electrify and stun, or apply burn over time, among other traits. Every class in Lost Ark has a lot of skill variety, and many ways to change those skills as they progress. The upcoming room offers a brilliant opportunity to show off why Charge Shot can be so satisfying. Apart from being a powerful charged attack that deals major damage and has a far travel distance, Charge Shot will shoot through absolutely every enemy in its path. So why don't we gather these cultists up and give it a try. The Sharpshooter's ability to lay traps and fight with trickery can lead to some interesting takedowns of small groups, like this. Mining the doorway of this room, luring both groups into each other, then dancing around them until their demise was really fun to throw together in the moment. It's time to discuss the Sharpshooter's identity skill. Many rangers across video games and fiction have animal companions, and the Sharpshooter is no different. Well, maybe a little different. When his identity gauge fills from fighting enemies, he can summon his Silverhawk, a robotic bird that follows him, increasing his movement speed and attacking enemies in a variety of ways.
You haven't caught the intruder yet! Stop standing around the room and find them!
The Silverhawk will help us take down this mini-boss. Diving right into the crowd with Moving Slash, we annihilate these cultists with Blade Storm, then dodge out of the Inquisitor's AoE and hit him back with our Silverhawk's own. When we're done with the Silverhawk for the time being, command it to destroy itself on the enemy, dealing massive single target damage and letting us begin rebuilding the identity gauge right away.
Have you found the intruder?
Regrettably, we have not.
This ritual is everything. Nothing can disrupt it.
The chamber ahead has the greatest number of enemies so far, so we mine the doorway, then lure some of the cultists toward us with Rapid Shot, sniping through the choke point with Charge Shot. When we have more space to move, we rush in with Moving Slash and eviscerate the swarm with Blade Storm once again. Although this elite enemy here blinds me, there aren't enough enemies left for the status to be threatening, and it won't be long until we move ahead to the dungeon's final boss. On our way down, we'll use a potion to begin regenerating some health, and summon the Silverhawk again, since its AoE is a great tool to counter the clones this priest summons. I didn't showcase every skill Sharpshooter has, since you can only slot so many at once, and I don't have his awakening skill yet either, but I hope you enjoyed this video and consider trying out Lost Ark. If you want me to talk about other classes in the future, let me know which ones, and may the night keep you safe.